Oh yeah, you are tuned in to The Liberty Broadcast, broadcasting live at thelibertybroadcast.com and also rumble.com/broadcast. Yes, that's right. That is rumble.com/broadcast. And here is your host, Rachel Salazar.
Here I am. And here's the lovely music. Thank you, Drones, for producing the show today.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
As always. And who made this beat for the intro here?
I did.
You did. It's called Birds Chirp.
Oh, yeah, that would be the good old birds chirping in the rain.
Chirping in the rain.
Birds not chirping in the rain for this one.
Not chirping in the rain. Yeah. What's all the chirp about? Chirp, chirp. Welcome to another episode of the Liberty Broadcast. Like Drone said, we broadcast live at thelibertybroadcast.com. We also have some Twitter at the Liberty Bcast on Twitter. We have an Instagram and TikTok, and they're all the Liberty Broadcast. And definitely follow us on Rumble as well. That is where our show is streaming live from our website. Anyway, we're the Liberty Broadcast. We broadcast on Tuesdays around 8-ish. I tell you all about things that I've read, and if you're interested in them, you can go and do your own research. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we have a lot of things to go over because we didn't have a show last week. And so we have a show. I wasn't feeling too great. So we're going to skip a lot of things that have happened, but not to worry. There's tons more that's happening, and a lot of it is exactly the same as it's always been. And we'll just keep regurgitating the news every 4 years, just on the opposing side of things. So I want to start off because I saw this breaking news about FBI negotiators arrive. So there's a hostage situation at the Chase Bank in Bakersfield, California. And this is just a little video of the live scene.
All right, guys, we're here in Bakersfield, California at the moment where there's a hostage situation happening here at the Chase Bank on 17th Street.
All right. Is that showing the web for me?
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's
okay. All right. It's going to get unbroken a bit. Anyway, hostage situation. A man with a bomb allegedly strapped to his chest is taking at least one hostage inside a Chase Bank in Bakersfield, California. Lockdowns, all of that stuff. A man with a bomb strapped to his chest, right? So I don't know. Everything is. We're in the movies. We are the movie. This is Die Hard. This is giving me 90s. What are we doing? Who is it? Are they an American? Are they an illegal? What's going on? I mean, it's one crime after the next. Someone's getting stabbed. Someone's getting shot. Someone's starving themselves. Someone's eating Kool-Aid flavored mangoes and pickles. And Crumble's making a seriously like death, kill you, instant diabetes allegedly drink, and that's legal, but you know, you can't go without that. Did we get it fixed?
No.
Okay.
Broke,
No problem. So standoff, and I thought I saw it and then it disappeared. Okay, there we go. Here is
And I stream
video footage.
All right, guys, we're here in Bakersfield.
Let's see. Oh, it just keeps going
pushing
back.
out. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. The show must go on here. So the police have released a statement, and basically they say active hostage situation with bomb threat at Chase Bank, which is what I've just said. A male suspect has barricaded himself into the bank. He claims to have one or more explosives strapped to his body and is making bomb threats. Police confirm hostages as he is demanding some sort of personal file to be released. Oh man, I saw a movie once or recently about, or was it a movie? Oh, you know what? I was watching this weird series on Netflix. I can't premonition or something like that. And there was a situation at a bank, and the guy was like holding the bank hostage because he needed something. So yeah, so it's Die Hard unfolding in California, always with the drama over there. Okay, we'll get back to it. Tell me, how's it going?
Well, I might have to restart OBS.
No.
Trying to work around it.
Okay. All right. That's all right. I'm going to let you hear the statement because we can hear it still, right? Okay.
Bakersfield, this is Sergeant Sullivan with the Bakersfield Police Department. Just wanted to give you guys an update about what we have going on downtown. Around 1 p.m. we were dispatched to a bomb threat at the Chase Bank here located at Chester and 17th Street. Please stay out of the area. All the buildings in the surrounding area have been evacuated. This is a very active scene. If you're in the area, please leave. And if you plan on traveling to the city of Bakersfield, please avoid downtown. Stay safe, Bakersfield. Hey, Bakersfield, we just wanted to give you guys an update on this active scene we have here in downtown Bakersfield at the Chase building at Chester and 17th Street. We wanted to inform you guys to ensure you guys that we have every single resource at our disposal out here to bring this to the safest resolution possible. From the SWAT team, bomb squad, crisis negotiators, our drone team, K-9 unit, as well as our federal partners, we're all out here to ensure our community is as safe as possible and everything that goes on in that building comes to the safest conclusion possible. Again, if you're in the area, please avoid the downtown areas.
I thought he was going to give me a better update than that. He's just bragging about all the stuff they have. Just kidding. Remember whenever they didn't have to be this, when we just trusted the police? Or I guess we didn't really trust the police. Silly me. Silly me. Let me just see if there's any new updates on this, and then we'll move on because I'm curious because some time has passed now. When I took that link, it was maybe like a couple of hours ago. So are there any updates? As of the early hours, the bomb threat standoff at Chase Bank in downtown is still active and ongoing. It started around 1 o'clock and negotiations are ongoing. He's holding people high. Obviously, this is an awful situation and I'm messing around. But yeah, we know that these people that are doing these insane things like holding banks hostages or people hostage at a bank or, I don't know, slicing someone on the street or killing someone on a subway train, that these people are crazy and they will do it. So I don't know. Can you carry? I mean, you can have a license to carry in California. So is there no one in the bank, that could take this guy down? I don't know. Like, what is the situation? Hopefully it gets resolved without anyone, dying. Maybe they can release the file that he wants. We'll keep an eye on that. I wanted to show a couple of videos, but
Let's try to restart real quick. I can give a quick pause.
Okay. Okay.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
All right, we're back. Okay, thanks for hanging out while we just work through a little issue. We are live. We are unscripted. And with, just some links and things like that. But anything can happen. Anyway, okay, so we'll move past that. We're going to move into a really big deal. So we are officially in Gay Month. I'm not sure if you guys know this. If you don't, I'm sorry to have to tell you like this, but it's time to get gay. And we're going to kick it off with this video that one of our favorite comedians made, JP Sears. So let's check out this JP Sears video.
I'm hetero. As a heterosexual, this is the month that everyone should recognize and celebrate my sexuality, which has always been a fantasy of mine. It's kind of hot. What do I take the most pride in? My values, my accomplishments, my morals, how I treat people. No, I take the most pride in where I stick my penis. Women. I think vaginas are terrific. Yes, I think corporations should do special hetero logos for this month. I mean, it's their job to make me feel sexually validated. And if they don't, I'll take my business elsewhere, okay? As great as this month is, some people don't like to celebrate. They're like, oh, sexuality is something that should be expressed privately. Well, public displays of sexuality are a real turn on for me, and I need to use other people for that, with or without their consent, because it honors my bravery as a person. Yeah, I just live a few houses down. I have a penis between my legs. This is locked. Sexuality is the last thing that should be private. It's not that hard to celebrate Hetero Pride Month. All you have to do is ask yourself, how can I sexualize everything I do? It's appropriate. This is the month to be loud and proud. Last night I told this lady, I'm hetero, like, aggressively. Vaginas are just where it's at for me. And she was like, I'm just trying to sell you Girl Scout cookies. And I was like, how can you when you don't know this about me? So she started crying and I was proud. So empowering.
Hey, how's it going, neighbor?
I'm aroused by women. I honestly don't understand why some people have to be so heterophobic and not be interested in my sexuality this month. It's like when a guy goes to a park and exposes his private parts to a stranger. What's wrong with that?
It makes the stranger feel violated.
Violated? Why can't they be interested? Show some solidarity with me, bigot. Wonder why they call them private parts. Doesn't make sense. You think they'd be called public parts. I think they should do a remake of Brokeback Mountain for my community. Little hetero representation would be nice. It's one thing if you make everything about you, that kind of makes you a narcissist. But if you make everything about your sexuality, what's that?
Perverted.
Brave. Hey, do you want to know where I like to stick my penis?
No, not at all.
Well, I want you to know.
Get away from me, creep.
In women.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm being brave. That's discrimination right there. Because I'm hetero. Well, not watching the NBA anymore. Their logo's not catering to my sex drive. Yes, sexuality is a basic physiological function that all animals in nature have. But I take pride in my other physiological functions as well. Like bowel movements. Like a month for that too. My penis is attracted to vaginas. This is what I base my identity on. Because I want to get the most out of life. And hopefully this month can inspire many others to do the same.
So another funny, awesome, funny video from JP Sears. Yes, so of course it is Pride Month. I thought we had Pride Week not that long ago, but maybe that's just an Austin thing, Pride Week. Someone else celebrating Pride Month. The kickoff of Pride Month is strangely, not strangely, is Sean Strickland. So here's his kickoff to Pride Month.
official beer sponsor of UFC.
Oh gosh, everything is crazy all the time, everywhere. It's like we're constantly trying to top who's craziest, who's crazier, who's going to do the most, and the capabilities are endless with AI and free speech when it comes to X. Which I know people say it all the time, but if Elon would have never bought it, where would we be? It seems like, I don't know, so many of the little idiocracy situations end up being such a determining factor in our life, and it's retarded. I hate it. But we live through it, and we have to deal with it. That's how it goes. Something else, like Cuckoo Town, hello, just like everything else, just like COVID. We've said it before. It's in history books. We lived through it. We've come out on the other side, and we lived through it again. And that's literally every situation. Someone who's making the news or doing her media tour is Jill Biden. She's released her book. She said everyone else has talked about Joe and the White House, and now it's my turn. I want to capitalize off of this too. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Here's a clip.
He'd given so much of himself, and to see you even saying, like, I thought he was having a medical episode, I was concerned. Was there any part of you that went into protection mode of like, Joe, you can't keep doing this. Like, they're taking so much from you.
But the doctors told me he was fine. I'm not a doctor. I mean, I am a doctor.
Yes, you are a doctor. And he'd given...
Ooh, slip of the tongue. I'm not a doctor. I'm a doctor. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we all decided that she wasn't a doctor
it's been a year
long time ago. Here she is, also being sort of. I like the pressure that they are putting on her. That all these interviews are putting on her. It's nice to see. It's strange to see. I don't know if they're doing it intentionally or how they feel about it, because we remember at the end of the Biden presidency, people were starting to turn on Biden a little bit, I would say. So here's another interview. This is the Today Show. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I think the beginning is interesting to see it kind of play out.
The 2024 election, but questions and debates surrounding the final months of the Biden presidency and the campaign, those questions and debates have hardly faded. Well, now, former First Lady Jill Biden is offering her most detailed account yet. It's a new memoir. It's called View from the East Wing. She's reflecting on her years in the White House, her husband's presidency, and also the questions over his age and health and the events that led to his decision to end his political career. Welcome back, Dr. Biden.
Well, thanks.
Good morning.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
So you wrote an autobiography back in 2019, but this is different.
This is different.
Why did you feel like you had to set the record straight now?
Well, I guess because so many people wrote about Joe's.
So he asked her about that, right? But
you know how tough it is, and I think if he had just been, diagnosed with
cancer, stage 4 prostate cancer, that it's also.
Yeah, so they do talk about Joe Biden having cancer, which everybody seems to have forgotten. Apparently, it has gone from prostate cancer. Now he has bone cancer, and Jill is saying that he's going to, it's spreading, and he will eventually. I think she says he's going to die with the cancer.
President Biden doing.
He's doing okay. I mean, Craig, you've been through this with your brother. Yeah. You know how tough it is. And I think if he had just been, diagnosed with prostate cancer, that's one thing, because that can be cured. Yeah. But the fact that it metastasized to his bones, that makes it a whole different story. And
the book. And you write about this, that debate moment that so many people have talked about and written about, June of 2024. I want to remind our viewers exactly how part of it went down.
making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
Damn it!
Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
So in the book, you write that you thought that he might have been having a stroke on stage during that part of the debate. But despite that, the debate ends, and you guys go on to have not one but two political events. And here's part of what you said a few hours later.
Did such a great job. You answered every question. You knew all the facts. 4 more years.
In the days and weeks after that, you continued to insist that the president was fine. How do you square thinking that he may have had a stroke with what you were saying in the days and weeks after? How do you square that?
Well, look, Craig, look at it from my point of view. So I'm watching, just like everybody else was, scared to death, like what is going on?
Is that insane? That's insane, right? That she can just say that. It's another one of the things where we all knew that this was happening. We all saw it. We all called it out multiple times. There were many video compilations of different Biden moments where we were questioning if he was stroking out, if he was using the bathroom on himself, dementia. I mean, it was an ongoing thing. And, you know, just like COVID, when we were talking about this jab that they were trying to pass off as a vaccine, we were saying this, we were saying increased cancer, rates and death and people with pre-existing conditions. And nobody seems to care or listen until how many years, until years later. And then they go, oh, hey, now that we can't do anything about it, let's share it and say, hey guys, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, you guys were right. We were right. Anyway, move on. Let's move on to the next thing. And it's like we're not learning from our mistakes because we like to make the mistakes, I guess. I don't know. It just seems like the never-ending cycle. We all knew, we all saw Joe Biden and his condition. And it's a wonder that he has cancer. I think we even said when he had cancer, if it was brought on by the COVID vaccine, because, and some people were saying that he was getting like the placebo or whatever, and he wasn't actually getting it, but maybe he actually was, because I think there were people saying that, they were trying to take him out, right? That from the inside. So who knows? We're in a movie. We are in Hollywood. The stupidity grows with the younger YouTuber generation. This is a really thing that is driving me crazy because I'm sick of seeing it. And so because I'm sick of seeing it, I'm going to show it to you and talk about it because that seems like the best thing to do. And what I'm talking about is the new trend it's an old new trend, right? So what I'm talking about is the Kool-Aid in the pickle juice, the Kool-Aid in the pineapple jar, the mangoes, whatever the hell, the fruits and the Kool-Aids. And it takes me back, like, what are those chips called that are Takis? And so they had Takis were out and all the kids were eating Takis and all their guts were getting inflamed and they were going to the hospital and they're like, this is so bad. This is literal poison. They are selling literal poison at the convenience store for 99 cents and it's addictive and it's allowed. That's okay. Just straight poison on the shelf. Just buy it. And that's basically what's being created. Now, I grew up, in the 90s and I remember whenever they were putting Kool-Aid in the pickle jars and stuff, but it wasn't like this level. This is insane. They're dumping sugar in the jars. They're doing Kool-Aid. They're drinking the juice straight up. I mean, these kids' stomachs, they have no idea what is going to be waiting at their door in like 30 years whenever they're like using the bathroom in a bag because their insides have blown up. But this is the new trend, and people are selling this, and so they're making money off of it. Actually, this is with lean. I'm sorry. This is a different one, but this is one also. Here's this trend.
Oh, yeah. Straight drop.
Hey, man, my boy about to pour a 2 in the kosher pickles, man. Y'all not popping it like
It's
us,
for
man.
gangsters.
No one else doing it like
It's for kids.
It's the Kool-Aid kosher pickles, man. Come on, man. Fuck them pineapples. Just play it out, man. $400 jars of pickles, super limited, man. We putting a 2 in every jar, man. Come join the wave, man. Here to the. Oh, yeah. Straight drop. Oh, yeah.
What is happening? Why is this happening? So, yeah, they're putting lean, right? So that's not obviously the video, but also it is. So everybody's doing this trend. They're all jumping stuff in the pickle juice. And here's a police officer doing the same, doing the trend.
Another level right there.
I mean, and this is full of sugar. That's all sugar and
like
juice. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. It hurts my stomach looking at it. Cops are doing it. It's the new trend. I know a guy that was selling it, and here's a girl just chugging it away.
That's good.
No, that is good. That's good
Thank you
right
so
there,
much.
brother.
Thank you so much.
No,
Appreciate it.
Hold on, are we gonna try?
You got to try the pineapple. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, y'all.
It's like, what the hell is going on? Quit. Why do we have all of the worst shit imaginable? These people are just making things. Like, you can literally make something and like just sell anything. I mean, like just the craziest mixing these things together. Even big brands, right? So here's Coca-Cola releases a new Sprite soda. It's called Sprite and Tea. If you look at the label, you notice the amount of sugar. It's got 61 grams of added sugar. That means this 20-ounce Sprite tea is equivalent to 6 Krispy Kreme donuts. There is no actual tea. It's all chemicals. High fructose corn syrup, caramel color used for the brown tea appearance. Sodium benzoate is a preservative that can form benzene, a known carcinogen. Potassium sorbate, another preservative, and yeah, definitely not natural. But what is this? I thought, isn't this the RFK Jr. MAGA era? Like, shouldn't we be seeing less of this? I thought that once upon a time, like 6 months, maybe longer, maybe a year ago. Yeah, it's probably a year ago. That's whenever I started seeing the candy bars and stuff at the front checkout start to go back to the normal size again. And even smaller sizes. I saw a tiny little Hershey's candy bar. It was so cute. And they were taking the crap out of Doritos and Cheetos, or supposedly taking the junk out of Doritos and Cheetos, and they started selling the Naked brand. And so I thought we were seeing like a turning of times against the, diabetes land. And no, I was wrong. Here we are. So yes, if you see someone doing this, report them immediately. Call RFK Jr. He will help us. Please help us. Can we make this illegal? Because sooner or later, somebody's going to offer it to me, and I'm going to be forced to try it. Okay, and also the news. Of course, this was going to happen. It's a little strange, I think. Vandals sabotage Trump's Freedom 250 event on National Mall. contaminating underground water with fuel. That's right. Vandals sabotage generators at President Trump's Freedom 250 Fest or 250 event. Of course they did. Was nobody there? Was anyone, I don't know, securing the area? Cameras. I mean, we're going to have this event there soon. And where's the security? We never have security where we need them. I don't know. Is there usually security? I mean, I feel like if you're having generators and things like that up, there should be some kind of security. I mean, we have security generator things at the Walmart here in Austin. So a generator fuel line set up for temporary lights for a May 17th event was cut, causing fuel to seep into underground cisterns that collect rainwater. So they collect the water, they go in, and they pump out fuel into they cut the lines, they pump the fuel into the water. But they cleaned it up. No big deal. Just a little bit, just a little sidestep there, some news. Also, here is another headline I wanted just to go over to remind people to quit getting on boats and doing these trips, please. Alaskan cruise passenger and crew sickened by outbreak of contagious vomiting bug. So this is why I will never go on a cruise. I don't know how people are still going on cruises. Like, I mean, maybe, but it's become such a huge thing now. And I think that we just need to get our immunity up back to normal here before people start traveling all over the world into these other places and collecting these diseases and bringing them back. It's not fun. I don't like it. It's crazy. And then, I mean, the chances are so high of this happening. I don't know what people are thinking when they're booking these cruises. It's insane. Insane. Let's see. I will never go on a cruise. I'm just going to look at the chat real quick. So happy Tuesday, everybody. It is raining over here. I know we're going to get to the Illuminati weather later, but it is a pouring cats and dogs here in Austin, Texas. Just kidding. If it was, I would be catching them and loving on them. Free speech does not exist on X. I was banned for my type of activism. I supposedly spammed or manipulated X.com. Chris Howell. Thumbs up to that. All right. I mean, I just mean that, you know, before it was like blue sky on X and now it's less of that. And I like it and I appreciate it. What's up, Liberty Lacey in the chat? There are tallow potato chips now with minimal ingredients, but they're very expensive. Yes. If you want to eat healthy, you have to pay more. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But you can go to McDonald's and pay, you know, like $7 and get 10 entrees or something like that, right? Okay, what is good for you though? I have a friend and he was telling me about using a nicotine patch because I have this really sore shoulder, and he was saying I should wear a nicotine patch, you know, to help me. Nicotine is really good for you and all of this. And I've heard this before. Of course, whenever the little tabs that people, what are they, Zens, like the Zens became a thing. And that's whenever people started talking more positively about nicotine. And I saw this discussion, it's 2 minutes, between Theo Vaughn and Dr. McCullough. And I wanted to share it because they talk about just this very thing. So let's check it out.
Was there anybody who was immune to like any genetics or demographics or cultures that were immune to COVID-19?
There's one adult group, you're going to laugh, but there's one adult group, no specific ethnicity or culture, but you're going to laugh. Smokers.
Smokers couldn't get it?
They got it, very mild cases. and they don't get long COVID. You know why?
Why?
Because smokers maintain a level of nicotine in the bloodstream. They actually smoke frequently enough. Blood nicotine blocks the spike protein as it's interfacing with the nicotinic acetylcholine receptor. Smoking blocks the spike protein. It's amazing. I thought smokers were going to go down.
Well, who knows now then? All those years of this, all those smoking advertisements ended up probably saving people's lives 40 years later.
My God. Well, you know what? We use a nicotine patch, 7 milligram patch, even in non-smokers to help them through long COVID. We use it in addition to the McCullough protocol.
I've seen people recommend that people should just be on nicotine, take a nicotine patch. Do you think that's a good idea on a regular basis, or is that just?
I think if they have long COVID, I recommended to a patient yesterday, if they have long COVID symptoms, nicotine, don't forget, is a nootropic. A nootropic is a drug that does make the brain function more effectively. It's a methylxanthine. It's related to caffeine. Caffeine does the same thing as a nootropic. So some people use nicotine little packets or what have you. I grew up in Texas, so the kids were dip snuffing. And,
we used to chew that plug tobacco.
Right. My dad was a chain smoker, but nicotine itself is not. It's addictive, but it's not harmful to the human body. And so is, by the way, caffeine's addictive, but it's not harmful to the human body. What's harmful is the tars that's in tobacco and smoke. That's you might even use the dip snuff. That's related to oral cancer. But the purified forms of nicotine, my understanding is that they're safe. The nicotine patches are perfectly safe. And there you go.
Nicotine is a cognitive enhancer.
There you go. Little bit of info. Definitely look into it, but I've only seen positive things about it. Okay, so while we're getting the latest on Trump, sorry, I was thinking it was something else. Trump has decided on rescheduling the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He and his truths. In a sign of strength and fortitude, it was just announced that the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which violently ended rather abruptly on April 25th, will be rescheduled to July 24th. This announcement is a very good thing, and that we cannot allow lunatics to change our way of life or even its scheduling. I was asked to be there and speak by Wei Jiang, president of the White House Correspondents Association, and have accepted. I don't know whether or not I will give the same rather nasty statements, at least as it concerns certain people, but we will soon find out. In any event, it will be a hot ticket. Interestingly, the location will be the Waldorf Astoria on Pennsylvania Avenue, a building and ballroom that I built, President Donald J. Trump. I wonder if that ballroom has 6 underground levels, bulletproof for snipers and infrared dolphin with laser tractor beams, like the one that he is building. I don't know. I guess we'll never know. If he built it, I feel like it should come with that. Let's see what else. There's a couple more things. Texas English. So DPS in Texas has announced that they are officially starting to kick off the knowledge testing. The CDL knowledge testing will now only be offered in English in Texas. This is the latest from the Texas Department of Safety, and we will call this a win. Every truck I drive by, we look to see who's driving, just out of curiosity. This change aligns Texas testing procedures with Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration's English language proficiency requirements, and will help ensure that all new licensed commercial drivers have the communication skills necessary to operate these vehicles safety on Texas roads. Previously, CDL knowledge tests were offered in both English and Spanish. The hands-on CDL skills test, which includes pre-trip inspection, basic control skills, and the road test has always been conducted in English only. So this takes effect or has taken effect as of yesterday's. So hopefully that will detour people. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these drivers don't even take this test. They just have forged documents, and that's really the situation. But maybe this will help a little. It's definitely, we'll call it a win for Texas, because we can use every little win that we can for sure. Let's see. Oh, and then just a funny clip I saw today on X. I could not resist this Alex Jones clip, and I watched it. I can't tell you how many times I watched it, because it seems like I watched it more than I actually have, because it seems like it ends, but then it doesn't end. Oops. Sorry. So let me play it from the beginning here. And I hope you guys, and then we'll get into the other stuff that I have here. So here's a little Alex Jones clip to lighten the mood for everyone.
You just think like using the word globalism is like if we just say Jew, 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 it's like we're fighting the boss in a video game and we're just like.
I was waiting for that, bro. Oh my god, nailed it.
Let's have a contact. Jew, 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 Jew,
Jew, Jew, Jew, Jew, Jew, Jew, Jew, Jew,
doesn't do anything.
All right, cool.
Feels good though.
Well, that felt real good.
You guys are like Jew, 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 Jew. So, anyway.
And the Christians are like, "Let me catch it."
We're all doomed.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry I had to play that because it actually goes along with everything, and we're just living in this crazy space, and we can't help it but seeing a Alex Jones clip here and there. Okay, elections are heating up. The LA mayor race. I don't know. Let's see. I wonder if there are. Oh wow. If there are any updates, let me see if there are. And then let me also look back at the chat, because I want to be better about that. Okay. And updates on the race. Anything developing? Let's see. He said Christians, but he meant Zionist from Lacey. Lacey, don't get Lacey pissed off right now. Lacey, I wonder if the weather is beautiful right now in Florida. Is it? I hope so. Say no. Oh man, so funny. Drones, you doing okay over there?
Yeah, there's all this thunder outside.
Yeah, there's some thunder out there. That's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, so we'll check out this update. I think I have here we go. NBC News, always good job. LA mayor primary result. Oh, there's no results in yet. I don't see anything updated. So I thought it was going to be, maybe I don't know. I didn't really pay too much attention about what's going on. Lacey said it's cloudy. Okay. Well, it's thundering out here. Well, let's see. Yeah, so I don't see any updates, which is weird. Let me look somewhere else. Bear with me, guys, for just a moment. Oh, yeah. What do you think about that Kool-Aid stuff? Have you ever eaten that, Drones?
I've never in my life heard of anything like that. That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Putting lean in the Lade.
Oh, yeah, the lean, right? That was funny. I like that. That was funny. I saw it and I was like, oh, definitely this is a part of it. All right. So here is a little news. So it says GOP dominates LA voter registration. So let's check this out.
Here's what we do know. LA voter registration numbers are only moving in one direction, and it isn't towards Democrats. GOP registration's up 14% since 2022. Dems, less than 0.5%. Even Beverly Hills, the young voters who were supposed to be a lock, they're swinging to Republicans by double digits. Pratt's slashing message has landed everywhere, even in Hollywood. Half the city's ash, the other half's naked in the street. Here's what we do know.
You got that right. I think we all knew that, though. That's how it goes. There's also so we have a lot. They're saying a lot more Republicans have turned out to vote. It says, here's some more. Let's just look at it together because I want to get like the newest updates if there is an update here. Karen Bass has hit 70% in the LA mayor winner odds. So, boo. Less than 60 minutes remaining until polls close across California. Oh, okay. So less than 60 minutes. Let's see here.
In California. We are, I'm alongside Steve Kornacki right now at the big board. And Steve, we've got numbers, we've got results, we've got stuff already coming in. And it's all just a warm up for what's going to happen an hour from now with a flood of votes in California.
I wonder what is going to happen. What is going to happen? Update. Spencer Pratt is back up 22%. This is 40 minutes ago after dipping below 20% briefly. So it almost seems like it's anyone. No, I don't know. It would be really great if Spencer Pratt actually was able to follow through and carry it out. But we'll just wait and see. We'll wait and find out. We'll keep on moving on. Britain's white, they say this, the BBC headline here, which I thought was a good one. Weapon, oh no, this isn't even the right one. Okay, this is fine. This will work. Weapons obsessed killer jailed for student's murders. So here is the body cam footage. Of course, this is from the Henry Nowak death. And this happened in December. So here's the body cam footage recently released. Warning, the viewer discretion is advised. Right.
He keeps dropping side to side, so I'm just trying to keep him set up.
Alright.
He's got a mouthful of blood, I don't want him...
I can't breathe. He was on the bin on the other side of this gate.
He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And
Right.
he's up
Move
here.
away, mate.
He's obviously... He's fallen from there and he's slipped from there.
There's other shooters left over there, mate. What's your name, mate? Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me. He's grabbed my brother, he's took my turban off, started grabbing my head.
Are you
like
injured?
that. Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruises.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
Got this stud.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we? Oh.
I was in bed asleep. Whenever just find me up there, look, someone's attacked me. I can't breathe.
Grab his other arm. What's happened to you, alright? You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
Yes. So awful. Similar story, I would say. I've heard of a story like this, and I Can't Breathe story. I don't recall hearing anything about this, though. I don't. Not in December. And,
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think
him.
you've been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
Right.
In the face?
Just get these back off, get their details and that, and I'll keep hold of him.
Should we
Right, keep you on your side, mate. You better retrieve then. Saying to him, keeping him on his side. We were sat up when we had him here, but he didn't like it. What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest. That's for assault, so you do not have to say anything. May harm in defence if you do not mention when questioned. So to which you later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, all right?
Yep. So that was the video camera footage released. He was stabbed. And that was December 3rd. An 18-year-old university student was walking home alone. And it was after midnight with friends. He had a verbal altercation with a 23-year-old Vikram Digwa. Totally normal situation, right? So he stabbed Noack 5 times with a 21-centimeter Sikh ceremonial blade that he carried. The blade is insane. It's huge, but I guess that's normal too. He was found by the police breathing heavily, as you saw. Then he was said he couldn't breathe, that he had been stabbed. They didn't properly check him, and he died. Digwa was sentenced to life in prison, a minimum of 21 years. So it is heartbreaking. It really is. And we see this happening all over. And it's unfortunate that we just don't figure it out. That, we keep opening our borders and things like that but we're totally fine with everyone else having secure borders, but our borders can't be secure. And this is exactly why they need to be. Because these people don't cherish life like we do. They come from other countries where, they're marrying and impregnating children, 9-year-olds, and marrying them off and selling their kids and killing their kids and decapitating people, and you name it, it's happening out there. And the more, after Biden had the border wide open, that just let everyone in here. And I don't know who's the bomb guy in this story or what's going on. I'm interested to see what the updates on that. But this is it says Britain's white George Floyd moment. That's the headline. That's a Zero Hedge headline there. But yes, so this was the murderer here. Let's
go to the family Southampton Crown Court.
I am Henry Novak's father. To my left is my daughter Olivia Novak, Henry's older sister, and to her left is Lucy Ross, Henry's Novak's mother. The jury confirmed what we've always known. Henry's life was taken from him unlawfully, violently, and without justification. Henry was 18 years old. He was kind, ambitious, loved, and full of promise. He had his whole life ahead of him, a degree to finish, places to see, and a future to build. That future was stolen from him, and no verdict or sentence will ever give it back. Henry did nothing wrong. He was one of the kindest, friendliest, and most inclusive people you could ever hope to meet. He was amazing in every way. On the 3rd of December last year, Henry was walking home from a...
Yes, so sorry to cut his father off, but we just heard that story about what happened. It is unfortunate. This is happening too often, all the time, all around us here in Austin with our dear friend Jamie White, who was killed. Also, it's just this violence, this death, we just have to, it's like murder, death, kill, and it's just a cycle. And we're caught up in it, and there's no escape at all. That's just how it is. Also, on the note of insanity and violence and chaos, we are finding ourselves back in anti-ICE protest territory again, and it goes on and on. So the most recent, of course, is the Delaney Hall ICE protests, New Jersey. And it looks like Scootercast is saying the curfew around Delaney Hall has been lifted. Protesters celebrate as they read the post. So this was posted just about an hour and a half ago.
Breaking fuck the news. They are lifting the curfew. Mayor Baraka just put something on Facebook. So.
Can I read it?
Yeah. They're going to read it right now.
Announced that the curfew and designated free speech zones established in response to recent events surrounding Delaney Hall will be lifted effective at 9 p.m. tonight, Tuesday, June 2nd. Quote, after last night's protest without a single arrest, we are lifting this curfew to allow full expression of the American right to free speech and to peacefully assemble, said Mayor Baraka. In this spirit, I have full confidence in the ability of the Delaney Hall protesters to operate in a manner worthy of the innocent people incarcerated and mistreated by ICE and the for-profit imprisoners at GEO Group. I have faith in the policies and training of our community-focused police officers and our extended public safety ecosystem for violence prevention. The world is watching. Let us put our focus on the compassion and care of each other as we strive for the liberty and well-being of those inside of Delaney Hall. The City of Newark remains committed to protecting civil rights, advocating for humane treatment, and maintaining public safety. Let's fucking go. That's
Yeah, so they had a curfew and they pushed back. Multiple officers were assaulted. A lot of rioters were arrested, and they reward that by lifting the curfew. It's a very strange turn of events. Could have predicted that. I commented as well on that exact post. I saw someone say, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Nick Sorter saying that they had been arrested and, you know, that's great and all of these things. And I was just thinking, okay, do you really think that they're not going to be right back out again? They're paid for. They're paid for. Yeah. So yeah. It was this one here. So I'm saying these rioters are going to be back out before the ink dries on their arrest papers, which is totally true, right? They're fully funded by the billionaire handlers who put them there, who fund them with their riot shields, with their, you know, safety equipment and gas masks and all these other things. And so, yeah, there will not really be any consequences for these kids. They should be treated the way that, you know, they should be treated with whatever they got. Like if they assaulted an officer and that's why they're arrested, then that should be pursued all the way. You know, because it is illegal to assault a federal officer. That's just normal. You can't assault any officer, or any person for that matter. And it's happening and it's going to keep happening. That's how it goes. Just insane protests. Now, the protests are happening because they're saying that they are being treated unfairly in the ICE detention center. And so they're starving themselves. They're saying that they're being fed, you know, moldy food and all of these other allegations, all these other things that they're claiming that are happening in there. I did have a response also that I saw from Mullen. And here he is here testifying for the, I think it was just a committee hearing. Let's check it out.
What happened at Delaney Hall?
Well, a lot of claims were made, and they just absolutely weren't true. The first one came out and said it was overcrowded. We have today, I believe, under 700 detainees there. It's licensed for just over 1,000 beds. We have twice the square footage at Delaney Hall than the state penitentiary does in New Jersey. They said that the medical condition was horrible. We have twice as much medical staff per person than the state penitentiary does in New Jersey.
What happened with the protesters?
Well, the protesters is interesting. The governor and the state officials were going out and saying that they were peaceful protesters and ICE was agitating them. That all changed when the governor finally allowed the state police to do their job. And by the way, they're professionals, and the locals there were absolutely professionals. When they came in, they quickly realized these aren't peaceful protesters. These are rioters.
These are not people. Where have we heard that before? Where have we heard that before? We've heard it quite often. And I think a lot of people are also forgetting about the funding for ICE. So here's a clip that I saw regarding that.
If you could give the committee in writing that answer, whether or not you've ended roving patrols and whether or not every officer and agent in the field is now wearing a body camera in writing so we can see what your protocols are.
We don't have the money for all the cameras. We had it in the funding bill, but since you guys decided not to vote for it, we don't have the money to put it on all of our officers. But if you remember, during the funding bill, we had $20 million set up for it, and it's currently unfunded because the Democrats are refusing to fund
We had $20 million in it, and I will tell you this, that was not enough, but what I'd like to know is...
We'll respond to you in writing.
Yeah. So ongoing, same situation, never ending, all the time, always. We will move now into our favorite thing, which is a virus, a disease, a something. It's Ebola. So U.S. plans to open Ebola quarantine center in Kenya, and they are facing backlash, and it has sparked protests. So, of course, that's what's happening. So I'll read this to you. Hundreds of people gather in central Kenya to protest a U.S. proposed Ebola quarantine center for American citizens exposed to the virus.
They cannot do that because the Americans, they are so very selfish. They say this is an institution or it's a quarantine facility for only the Americans. So the Americans are selfish to the core. And we have to tell Americans to get off our noses business. Get off our business. Get off our skin.
Kenya's high court suspended foreign patients after the U.S. said it would send Americans exposed to Ebola to Kenya instead of flying them home. Kenya has not reported any cases of Ebola, but neighboring Uganda has reported 9 and closed its border with the Democratic Republic of Congo. Yeah, so, we're saying keep the Ebola Americans that may have been infected with Ebola out of America, figure it out, and then come back when you're feeling good. So no affected Americans will be brought back to the U.S. They will stay in Kenya instead. This has caused protests in Kenya. Protesters turned violent, of course, as they always tend to do. Tear gas, all kinds of things. And according to a report, BBC report, 2 people have died. 2 people, according to protest organizers. Kenya's president William Ruto defends the plan, says it's a partnership that will also help Kenya if Ebola comes there. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty wild over there. They are pretty wild over there. And when I say that, I mean it in the most just sickening way. So here is videos. This video is, allegedly, I've seen a few of them. There's a new outbreak of Ebola in the Republic of the Congo, and the doctors don't know what to do because people won't let them bury the infected dead. The people threaten them, take the bodies away, and leave them back at home again. Just a bunch of screamings. Eventually they get... So this is a body of someone who supposedly died of Ebola. They're trying to bury it, but the protesters are stopping them. And eventually they open up the casket with the victims and they touch them because this is how you don't get Ebola. This is the best way to not get Ebola is by doing that. That is the best way. Here is another video, and these are like allegedly videos that are showing this. I don't want to guarantee. These are videos that I saw right before, and I was like, holy shit, are these for real? They seem real, but somebody fact check me and say, this is from 2005, and I don't know what. So it says that they are demanding to. So they're all about opening this coffin, and it's pretty sick. Somebody that tried to warn us or is warning us or giving us warnings about this Ebola outbreak is no one other than Laura Loomer. I've been warning about an Ebola lockdown in the U.S. since 2021. See my tweet below. I hope you are ready for it soon to be announced that Ebola is in the U.S. It will likely be announced between now and the week or two after the upcoming World Cup in the U.S., which is in 14 days on June 11th. How many Africans will be traveling to the U.S. for the World Cup? Too many. Today, the U.S. State Department quietly announced they are allocating another $80 million towards the Ebola response. With the new $80 million commitment, the State Department has mobilized more than $112 million in bilateral foreign assistance for the Ebola response in less than 2 weeks. There's a reason for this. It's coming to America, and they need to at least show they tried to stop it. But the thing is, Ebola is already here, as I've been reporting for the last 2.5 weeks. You see, bookmark this tweet. And so here's a tweet that she is talking about. This is Loomer in 2023. So I've been reporting for the last 2 years. The U.S. government has been quietly funding and allocating resources for Ebola vaccines and PCR tests. So is Ebola next on the to-do list? Loomer, unfortunately, she actually does have, not unfortunately, I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know whoever is giving us the information, but she has made some calls and they have come true. She is in tight with the White House and Trump, and you know how much she likes to be on top of it, breaking things like any other person that is reporting on news does. And I hope that she's wrong about this. I don't know. So let's see. Dear Laura Loomer, Bill Gates told on himself before you said anything, but I'm glad you were paying attention. Yeah. So who said it first? I don't know. But do I want it? No. If it's coming from Loomer or somebody else 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, supposedly her claim is that it's coming on this date. Right? Was that in the date also? Mike Clark, I don't know. Bill Gates. Yeah, Bill Gates. Gotta love us some Bill Gates. So I don't know. And then this is another tweet. This from Trump regarding Ebola.
Be concerned about Ebola. Yeah, I'm concerned about everything, but certainly am. I think that it's been confined right now to Africa, but it's something that has had a breakout. I could ask Bobby or Oz to say a couple of words about it if you'd like. Do you want to do that?
I think Heidi Overton is going to come up and give us a few words here. Dr. Overton.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today, the CDC held a press briefing that provided a lot of the answers and information, but we have stood up a full interagency shorter flight time for Americans to receive treatment there in Germany. For all other Americans, we have issued travel warnings. We have instituted just today entry restrictions for non-U.S. citizens that have been in the region in the past 21 days. So in Uganda, Democratic Republic of Congo, and South Sudan. So very serious measures that have been taken. We are working to communicate very frequently with everyone. Your question was, should Americans be worried? Right now, there are no cases of Ebola in America. We want to keep it that way. and we are doing everything we can to support Americans in the region. Thank you.
So this was a tweet from, it was from May, so mid-May. So Trump is concerned. Larry Loomer is what Lacey said. I call her Larry now. It's concerned, and I mean, we're all concerned about it. We have to be, right? Because look what they did. How can you not be? You have to have some kind of awareness, at least. Maybe not concerned. Maybe just be aware. Don't let them pull the wool over your eyes again. If you were bamboozled before, don't be again. And also, Carmelo Anthony self-defense claim in fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf is underway. I saw an excellent report by Savannah Hernandez talking about that. And I believe she's going to be following it. So check her reports out, or front line. Also, I believe that's who it is, or who she works for. Frontline News. Is it Frontline News? Anyway, we'll share it also on our Twitter feed. But I want to go ahead and turn the broadcast over to one of our coveted, beloved segments, especially whenever it comes to the craziness that, like the time before last, we were in the studio and we had the most insane, thunder happening outside. Today we have the same thing happening again. It's like the craziest weather. We need it though. We need the rain here in Austin because we need those green belts to get filled up. We want the creeks, but remember not to jump in them right away, guys, because they are also bringing in all the poop and all the stuff. Make sure the water is flowing. But yeah, we need the water here in Austin, so bring it on, but keep the lightning strikes out of here. So anyway, let's hear from keep spacing out here. Sorry. Let's go over to the Illuminati weather forecast.
It's time for another Illuminati weather forecast brought to you by thelibertybroadcast.com. All right, if we just go ahead and move over to our radar, you can see all these storms that are currently that have been going over us. Looks like they're going to be going down into New Braunfels and San Antonio, also Mason, Texas, and looks like over here in Louisiana, y'all are just getting screwed. Looks like it's raining down pretty hard over here as well. It looks like a continuous rain just going on all over the place, really, to be honest with you. It's just, and remember there's some of these spots we don't really know well, but they're spraying chemicals in the atmosphere, and it's causing all of this water to rain down. And some people are collecting this rainwater and they're making Kool-Aid out of it, and then they're drinking the Kool-Aid, and it's the gay Kool-Aid. It's turning people gay. And back to you, Rachel.
Yeah, they're doing that. They are doing that. You can probably buy those jars of gay rainwater Kool-Aid at your nearest Walmart next week. All right, guys. Well, that will do it for today's episode of the Liberty Broadcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time, please come back. We are here on Tuesdays, 8-ish, and we just talk about random things and maybe some breaking things if they're happening during the show. Stay tuned for next time, I guess. I may try to have a guest on the next episode. We'll see how that works out. Follow us at the Liberty Bcast on Twitter. That is where we are most present. We do have all of our feeds at the Liberty Broadcast on Rumble, libertybroadcast.com. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night.